Hey YouTube, so here I am sitting in my car again, bringing you some serious information. Now listen to me. I know the car is where I find solace. It's the most quiet zone with my almost 2-year-old at home creating havoc. The best place to come to you guys is from my car. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I know many of you are very concerned about people being affected by the various storms that have been hitting left, right, and center, and rightfully so. I am really distraught right now. I mean, I'm in Georgia, could be hitting us anytime soon, but until then, my focus is on those people who have already been impacted and those who are about to be affected because they are directly in the path, right, of specifically Hurricane Irma right now. Now, we all want to give, right? But we have to give sensibly, okay? We have to think about the history of many of these so-called charitable organizations, right? Because we can look back at the Red Cross and the assistance that it claimed to have given to Haiti, which was, as we all know, non-existent. Because if you raise $500 million and the country is no better than it was at the point that it was hit by a major earthquake causing nearly 250,000 people to lose their lives, right? And millions more to be left displaced, then really and truly you did nothing. If you spent a few million, it's still nothing in comparison to the $250 million that was raised. Now, I would say Red Cross started off genuinely in terms of, distributing aid in, blankets and food and, all these other, first aid, all the things that are, relevant to people who are affected, the immediate needs. But in terms of doing infrastructural development, fixing roads, building houses, building dams, all these different things, Red Cross wasn't set up for that. They're not equipped for that. So therefore, when they took these projects on, right? I'm not saying they didn't take it on with good intention. So I'm going to assume that they had good intent. But the intent is not what it's about right now. It's the result. And only 6 permanent houses were built in Haiti. 6. Now millions of people were affected. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you could have only built 6, I mean, one person could go down there and oversee the construction of 6 permanent structures. Now, how does a huge worldwide entity such as the Red Cross obtain $500 million? And you're telling me they couldn't even build 1,000 permanent structures? Now, on top of that, they claim that 4-point-something million people's lives were restored or, back to normal. Then that would mean that they helped basically all the urban areas in Haiti, which we all know that's not so. That's more than the number of people who were directly impacted by the hurricane. These people are still suffering. These people are still homeless. We know what happened afterwards. All the health issues that arose because people were still living under tents or under all sorts of temporary structures. So where exactly was the help? So I'm saying to you guys, cutting the long story short, if you want to help, give directly, like to the food banks, right? And if you can go into these areas yourself and distribute the food items and clothing items that you have, if you can find one family, if each person finds 1 or 5 or whatever number of families you're able to help, and go help them directly, I think that would have proven more beneficial than just randomly giving your money to some huge charity who, by the time the money goes through all these bureaucratic channels, only a small percentage of it, maybe 1%, who to tell, goes to helping the people, then that's no help at all. So all I'm saying, people, just beware of the scams, right? The major ones, like the Red Cross, and the small ones, you know, people putting up these GoFundMe or not for real. If you don't know the history of these people, if you don't know of them being legitimate charitable organizations, please hold on to your hard-earned money. Wait and give it to the legitimate organizations when you are sure, or when you can go there and help a family directly, okay? Or if you know somebody who knows somebody. I know that sounds sketchy, but yep, we all have a handful of genuine people in our lives, right? And if they say, well, this family is in need or that family is in need, and you can send some clothes or some food, or if you can give the cash to the family directly, do so, please. But don't let your money go down the drain. Think about New Orleans. Think about Haiti. Those are the two main areas that were badly affected, and the money went to waste. Okay? So, just sharing that with you. Friends, family, please beware of the scammers, okay? All right. Give charitably, but please still be careful. All right. Until next time, walk good.